want to thank the 291,000 people who've signed our petition in only a few days. It was enough momentum for YouTube to call us, but they called us to tell us that they will not be turning our comment section back on. More on that later, but we have a solution. We have something that we know will work, and we need your help. We're going to create a love mob. I've compiled a list of the Twitters of many people who work at Google and YouTube and media companies who can be influential in changing this decision. And we're going to send them love, and we're going to model for all of these people what happens in our comment section. We're going to show them how we're accepting. We're going to show them how we support one another, and we're going to show them what SBSK is all about. If you want to get right to the action steps and advocate for our cause, all of those details are at the 7-minute mark. For everybody else, here's a recap of the past few days.
On Thursday night, YouTube reached out to us to move up a meeting that was originally scheduled for next week.
And it made us excited because we thought the momentum of the petition and everybody's support made them review our case and that they would finally turn our comments back on.
We were disappointed to find that not only were the right people not in the room, it was all lower level employees, but they were completely unwilling and unable to answer the questions we had for them. Things like why other channels with minors weren't being affected, what criteria had made our channel at high risk, and even, why half of our videos that feature adults were equally affected by this measure.
And when we asked these questions, they didn't give any response. They stared at us with a blank stare. And then when we asked them for proof of there being a predatory comment on our channel,
a sexually predatory comment, they drew a line in the sand and said, this is the type of comment we found, which we've never seen on our platform before. It's never been reported to us. And as we've mentioned, all of you in our comment, you're meticulous in policing it and holding our community to a higher standard to support the dialogue on inclusion that we're trying to promote.
So they said they found sexually predatory comments on our channel. By the way, we monitor it for hours every day and we have volunteers too. We came together as a team and we've been doing this for 4 years, hours every day. Not one of us has ever seen a sexually predatory comment. We asked for proof. They said, we don't have access to that. Only the higher ups do.
They couldn't tell us what these comments were. They couldn't tell us how many there were, what videos they were linked to, whether it was our adult videos or our videos with minors in it.
And 2 things on that. Number 1, I think the fact that they said our channel has sexually predatory comments on it is a lie. And I can explain that in just a few minutes. But number 2, if it was true, we would want to work to protect them. Yes. We would want to know all about it. We would want to discuss with it the people who could tell us what was going on, because none of our other channels have been censored. We have millions of followers across Facebook and Instagram, and we've never seen those comments on there either.
Every creator that's been affected deserves to have that type of conversation so that they can better protect their channel, they can better protect their communities wherever their content lives. If YouTube is really doing this for the right reasons to protect minors, then it should be an open and full conversation with every party involved.
For those who aren't aware of the backstory of all this, somebody made an exposed video about how pedophiles were commenting and sharing videos of children doing gymnastics. And it's true. These pedophiles are out there and it's sickening.
And it was a real problem that needed to be dealt with.
That needs to be fixed. So what happened is YouTube was made aware of this and they started to fix it. But then advertisers began to pressure them and say you better put in the system some kind of algorithm so this never happens again.
And that's where the discrimination began. There's no criteria for how channels are being selected other than they may have videos that feature minors under the age of 13.
But not all are being selected.
No, there's no appeals process for channels that have been discriminated against. And channels that feature children like Toddlers and Tiaras, Nickelodeon, Disney, they all still have their comments enabled, likely because they're large corporations with large subscribers and ad money and revenue behind them.
Independent family creators with large following bases also get to keep their comments on. And I don't know a thing about these channels. They might be the greatest channels and most wholesome channels in the world, but I've compiled a list so you can see yourself. The Ace family, Cole and Sav, and the Ebby family are just a few examples of channels that get to keep their comments. Seems clear and consistent that channels that have a big following and channels that are backed by corporations get to keep their comments. While nonprofits with only 1.3 million followers, we don't have any recourse. I don't have that blue check mark on Twitter. They don't care about us. So we started thinking about this. Why were we affected? Why aren't other channels affected? We know YouTube is huge. We know it's so impossible to moderate all of this.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's an algorithm that's checked us and made us censored. We're notified that our comments would be turned off, but we had a time frame about 3 or 4 days before they were. So I went to see the comments that were being withheld by YouTube automatically, and they were innocent comments. You're beautiful. You're gorgeous. And since half of our videos feature adults, these were videos where adults were telling their insecurities. People were saying that they weren't confident in the way they looked. They were afraid to go out in public. And then the commenters would rally around them and say, you're beautiful, you're perfect just the way you are, have confidence. Since our channel name has kids in it, they saw these comments as pedophilic because it's all gorgeous and beautiful and then the word kids. I believe we were auto-banned because of that.
Yeah.
I believe this system chose our channel without any human element. And you know what? I'm fine with that. I understand you're trying to protect minors. But then the human element comes on. The 300,000 people who have signed that petition, we understand everything that's happened so far, but YouTube, Google, we need you to work with us now.
The people that have signed this petition they're part of our community. They're part of our comment section. They're more familiar with it than any bot or any staff member at YouTube could ever be, and they are vouching for us. They are laying it all on the line and telling YouTube exactly what we're losing with our comment section being gone and just how ridiculous the claims that they're making against our community are. If you read any of the impact statements left there, you're gonna feel the same.
We're the most positive community on the internet, and we're going to use that positivity and love to make you change your mind, YouTube. YouTube and Susan, the CEO of YouTube, tonight we're going to change your mind by modeling for you what our community is all about. Love, acceptance, and empathy. We've compiled a list of important people at Google and YouTube who have the power to make a change. Some of these people are the ones who made the decision that impacted us, and some we just researched and they have nothing to do with the decision, but they could be advocates. They're people who probably would care. We want you to tweet at them. We want you to send them love. Empathize with them. Let them know we know this is a difficult thing, that they're trying to do their best. But then tell them about our community.
Let them know what SBSK means to you. Let them know what we're losing without our community voice in our comment sections. Let them know and vouch for just how positive our comment section is and what we're willing to do as a community to ensure that it stays that way in the future for everyone, whether they're an adult or a minor.
And do this with respect. Do this with love. Let them know that you know they're doing the best they can, because we all are. Let's model for these people what our community is all about. Let's show them that we are the most wholesome people on the internet. I have no doubt that once they see what we're all about, they'll understand this is just a big misunderstanding. With your tweets, please include our hashtag UnSilenceSBSK and a link to our petition. And if you haven't signed that petition yet, please do it. The link's in the description below. It's putting a lot of pressure on YouTube, and I think it's going to cause them to have to act.
We're not asking for something that YouTube hasn't already offered as a possibility to some channels. We want resolution. We want to get back to doing the good that we're doing, to educating the world about neurodiversity, and to affecting real positive change for this generation and the next.
And since we can't communicate right here, we created alternative communities on both Reddit and Twitter. Follow us there so we can unsilence SBSK together and we can update you on all of our efforts. Those links are also in the description below. We've also created a list of advertisers, the same advertisers who threatened YouTube that they would pull out. Let's tweet these advertisers. Let's tell them what SBSK is all about. And I want these advertisers to endorse us. So advertisers, Disney and Nestle and Grammarly, all the ones that we put down below. With a simple tweet to YouTube and Susan, letting them know that you endorse our mission of inclusion for everybody, regardless of age, race, and disability, you can give us our comment section back, and you can provide the most wholesome people in the world with a place to chat and have a community again.
So to sum up our plan in one word, It's love. We want you guys to be a love mob. We've heard you asking for ways you can do more to help support the cause, and this is it. We want to shower the world with love. We want to encourage the recognition of our channel and our community for the wholesome and positive place that it is, and we want resolution. We want to get back to doing what we're supposed to be doing.
We don't want to be making videos like this. We want to be interviewing our friends and giving them a platform to shine. So let's spread love. And let's continue to spread it throughout the week. This isn't just now, guys. Start now, but continue every single day. Because with love and empathy, change comes. Let's show the world you don't need an anger mob. You don't need violence to make a change. Together we can bond together and we can make a change with love. So be part of our SBSK Love Mob. Details in the description below. See you guys soon, and I think our comment section will be back on.
Thank you.